Hola. Alright, so we're going to do 4.3, the lesson. Of course, your paper should be set up so that you have your name and the date here in the top corner. The page number. This is example 1, and it says to multiply to 23 and 6/10 by 78 hundredths, okay? So our first step is ignore decimals. Okay? We're going to ignore the decimal point. Okay? So I'm going to rewrite this problem here. So I'm going to be ignoring the decimal point. So I'm going to treat this as though it is 236 multiplied by 78. Okay? So I'm going to ignore the decimal point. 7 multiplied by 6 is 42. That is 410. 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. Plus 4 is 25. That is 210. 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. Plus 2 is 16. And now, I'm treating this as though it is 236 multiplied by 78. So now I'm going to multiply 236 by 8. I'm going to use my mama. It's shorter. So 8 multiplied by 6. Well, hold on. Since I'm getting ready to do the next place value unit, I want to clear that space up for my regrouping. Okay? 8 multiplied by 6 is 48. That is 410, 8. 8 multiplied by 3 is 24. Plus 4 is 28, which is 210, 8. 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. 16 plus 2 is 18. So I'm going to add these two together, and that gives me 8, 0, 14, 8, 1. Now, the first step was to ignore the decimal point, okay? Ignore the decimal point. So now I'm done with everything else, so what do I have to do? I'm going to finish this note. Until the end. See what I did there? So in the beginning, I ignored the decimal point until the end. So now I'm at the end. I have to figure out where am I going to put my decimal point. Well, there's one place value here with the decimal, and there's two place values here. So instead of this being a whole number, I'm going to move my decimal point 1, 2, 3 times. And so 23 and 6/10 multiplied by 78 hundredths is 18 and 408 thousandths. Okay? So I've done example 1, so now I'm going to come down. I'm going to do practice 1. I'm still on page 301, so I'm just going to skip a line. I'm going to skip this line. Right. Practice 1. And I'm going to skip a line. I'm going to copy that problem down. It is 45 and 9/10 multiplied by 42 hundredths. Now, remember, our rule is ignore the decimal point until the end. Ignore the decimal point until the end. So I'm going to treat this problem as though it is just 459 multiplied by 42. Okay? I'm going to ignore the decimal point until the end. So I'm going to begin. I'm going to treat this just like the problems in 1.6. So I'm going to use the distributive property by place value going left to right. I'm going to write my place value units immediately and neatly, and I'm going to keep all my place value digits lined up. So I'm going to begin now. I'm going to begin multiplying 459 because I'm ignoring the decimal point, so I'm going to treat this as though it is 459 by 40. So I'm going to write my place value unit immediately and neatly. 4 times 9 is 36. That is 310, 6. 4 times 5 is 20. plus 3 is 23. That is 210, 3. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. Okay, so I've done the tens place, quote unquote. Now I'm going to multiply here because I'm going left to right. And before I begin, I'm going to erase this space up here because I want to keep my work neat. Alright. 2 times 9 is 18. That is 110, 8. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. That's 110, 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1, that is 9. So now I'm going to add these together. And that gives me 8, 7, 12, 9, 1. Okay. And now I ignore the decimal point until the end. So what do I have to do? Now that I'm at the end, I have to come back and say, well, there's one decimal place here, and there's 2 decimal places here. So my decimal point is going to move once and then twice more. Twice, thrice. So the answer is 19 and 278 thousandths. Okay? And that's how you're going to do the problems in 4.3.